Hi there, welcome back to the Nook. I'm Sarah, and for today's workout of the week, we have a power yoga flow. We're gonna do a short little warm up to get into our body of work. It's gonna be a great workout and very much a zen feeling in the end. Let's go into child's pose. Big toes to touch, knees can be together, but I like to start with mine apart. Send your hips back towards your heels and then just drape your upper body over those legs. I like to have my forehead hit something. So if you can't meet the mat, maybe stack your fists to rest your head, just so you can release to the back of your neck. And then just start to connect with your breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Bigger inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And then we'll press our lips together if it's working for you today and connect to that Ujjayi breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose. Constricting the back of your throat, making that ocean-like sound. Maybe one big reach out with both hands in front. Start to fire up those shoulders. And then come on up to tabletop. We'll find some very gentle cat-cows. Inhale, gazes up, tail goes up. Exhale, round, pull everything towards that midpoint. Chin tucks, and then reverse it. Let's pause in the center and wag the tail. Peek over your right shoulder towards your right glute, and then over the left towards the left glute. One more time each side, just wagging that tail, starting to feel a little extension through your side body. And then we'll add a full hip circle. Lean into the left, all the way back, maybe even graze your heels. And then to the right, bend your elbows if you need to. I need to walk my hands out because I'm long. Send those hips forward and over to the left. Reverse the direction. Come back to the center, over to the right, back, maybe through that child's pose, and left, and then press all 10 fingers down, tuck your toes under, and find your first downward facing dog. And then inhale forward to plank, just to check the stance, just to check if you need to adjust your feet. Send it back, downward facing dog. And then if you want to pedal out your feet, pedal out your feet. Sending that tailbone high towards the sky, resting and relaxing your head. Just let it hang heavy here. Then we'll bring our feet together, lift your left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, and then circle the knee in one direction. And reverse it. And then step it through to find a low lunge. So drop the back knee, untuck the back toe. You can stay low here or walk your hands up to your knees. Or if you're ready for more, walk your arms up all the way to the top. Maybe even lift your gaze, sending those hips forward, finding that long extension through that hip flexor, and then press strong through your front leg and push it back to half split. Now hands can be on the floor, they can be on your hips, you might be a little upright, but drag that left hip back, that right hip forward, so you feel a long stretch to the back side of this left leg. Just getting ready to move today. The hips and the legs are gonna do a lot of work, so you wanna make sure they're ready. Excellent, switch that foot out, find it into a downward facing dog, press them up, and then lift your right leg. Circle the hip, one direction, and then the other. And then step that right leg through to find your low lunge. Untuck your back toe. Walk your hands up if you're ready for it. Maybe even arms extend. And then press strongly through that right foot. Send your hips back into your half split. This time dragging that right hip back. Feeling that extension through the whole back side of your right leg. Come out of it nice and easy. One more time to that downward facing dog. And then hop, step, or jump back to the top of your space to find ragdoll. Feet can be apart. The goal here is to let the upper body hang heavy. Maybe reach for opposite elbows, find a little sway. Releasing through your lower back before we flow. Release your arms, heel toe those feet together if that's where you're going today. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. We're gonna go through 2 sun A's. Bring the exhale right back down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back. Take it through your first chaturanga. For me, I like to do my first one for my knees. I lower down completely and then come up through a kind of a baby cobra. And then I press back once again on my knees, taking it easy on the first one to downward facing dog. Inhale brings you high in your toes. Exhale, gaze the top of your space, and then we meet there. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. One more time, just like that, your variation. Bring it right back down to the earth. Long, strong spine, half lift. Step back with the opposite foot and take it through. Elbows stay so close on this chaturanga. Flip those toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high on those toes. Hop, step, or jump, top of your mat. Feet, big toes glue together. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold. This time, inhale, chair. Find that chair pose. Bend through your knees, bend through those hips. Sink it down, and then if you're ready, arms come here. Bring your hands to prayer. And then we find the twist. Left elbow outside right leg, sending your hips low to find this chair twist. With every breath, we inhale, our spine goes longer. We exhale, press your hands together, maybe twist a little bit more. Then begin to shift your weight into your right leg. Lift your left toes, maybe they even hover, and then step it back to find the twist. Now you can stay here high on the twist, or you can drop the knee for the modification and untuck the toe. Whatever works well for you today. If you're low, stay low, and we're gonna reverse revolve. So the low part, reverse revolve, we come this way, reverse and revolve. Or you can do it from your foot. Same thing, just a little bit trickier with the balance. Reverse revolve. Everyone brings that left hand down, and we wiggle out into a side plank. It can be modified here. It can be full, or it can be staggered, or any combination. We're just holding it in this side plank for 3, 2, step that same foot right where it came from. 1, use your arm if you need to. Come on up to warrior 2. So spin it open, we're facing the opposite direction. Reverse your warrior, and then straighten through that leg right away into triangle. I like to move my back foot in just a step, just a little step to find my triangle. Then from triangle, I'm going to gaze down, reach out to find half moon. So my hand will be out in front, my back leg will lift. And then I'm going to simply come up to stand facing the front of my mat to find eagle leg. So my left leg will cross over my right, and I can kickstand it, I can wrap it, I can double wrap it. This left leg's on top, left arm goes under for eagle. Squeezing everything through the midline, pressing hands up as hips go low. We breathe for 3, 2, 1. Trees are out in the end of this side series. Pressing up, grow your branches, make yourself as tall as you can in this tree today. Pull your belly button into your back. Press that right hip underneath you. Find that drishti, that one spot that's not moving, and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Drop the foot, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, vinyasa or no vinyasa. Rinsing away that side, getting set up for the next. Inhale brings you high in your toes. Exhale, top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Sink low, reach high, and then hands come to heart center. This time that right elbow is coming to the outside of that left leg. Every inhale makes that spine long. Every exhale, we twist a little further. Then shifting your weight into your left leg, lift your right. Maybe it's a tiptoe, maybe it's a balance, and then step it on back for that twisted lunge. And once again, option to drop the knee, untuck the toe, or keep it up and active. And then we reverse revolve. Coming up, reaching back, reaching over, and then planting that hand and finding that side plank. Either the leg out in front variation, all the way back, or drop the knee and find that side plank. Strong line, no matter what variation, from your hand that's on the base, all the way up to those fingertips. Then take that top leg, step it all the way up, all the way open to warrior 2. Deep bend through that front leg. Widen your stance as much as you need to. Sink into it, and then reverse. Straighten that reverse, and tick-tock into triangle. Scoot that back leg in, send those hips back, arms go low, one goes high. And then half moon. Reach that left hand out in front. Find the balance, then refine the lift. Flex through that back foot will help you stay balanced. And then you're coming up for eagle. Press strong into that left leg. Right leg lifts up and around. Bending both. Right arm goes under. Wrapping both. Pressing fingertips up, hips low. Sink lower for 3, 2, and 1. We pop out right into tree. And we extend our branches. Tucking that left hip under that time. Bring it towards your midline. Belly button is pulled in towards that lower back. Relax your shoulders and breathe. 2 and 1. Very gently release, fold it forward. Inhale brings you up halfway. Exhale, plant those hands. Vinyasa brings you down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. So set up your plank. And then inhale, side plank. Exhale, plank. Inhale, other way. Exhale, plank. So it helps to have your feet staggered in this first part of our series, as you'll roll onto your toes and then roll onto the edge of your feet. Roll onto your toes, roll onto the edge of your feet. One more each way. Hold the plank, reach back for your thigh. Same side, same thigh. Keeping those hips low. Try not to bend it up into a downward facing dog. It's tempting, I'm aware. Try to minimize that shift of your hips. For the second part of our core series, keep breathing and try to stay up. If you need to modify, drop the knee, you can still do that thigh tap. But if you can keep on your feet, keep on your feet. Reverse that direction, reach it out front, long, strong line, drop. Reach that other hand, like you're gonna shake my hand right out in front, drop. Last one this series, you got it. Stay in that plank if you can. If you need to modify, same thing, keep those hips low. Core tight. Straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Last two each way, you got this. Then we're coming down for a break. And one, set it back. Child's pose where we began the day. And relax it. Come on up through table. One cat-cow, just to reset the spine. Inhale and exhale. And then just slide your legs around onto your back. We're gonna go into a bridge pose. Bring your heels close enough so your fingertips can graze. First one, we're just gonna simply lift and lower. It's gonna make it a little active. Inhale as you come down. Try not to totally relax at the bottom. Keep everything engaged. This next one will hold to the top and turn your feet out. So you'll be able to lift up a little higher. You have a little bit more mobility in your hip flexors this way. And press down through your big toe mounds and your pinky toes. And now we'll lift and lower that way. So legs are staying out into a V. And if you've never done a bridge this way before, it should feel a little foreign to you, and that's okay. This just fires up those inner thighs in a way that the bridge pose, traditional bridge pose, does not. Staying off the mat. It's tempting to rest in between, but don't. You just have 3, 2. This last one we hold up, and we'll pulse. Tiny, tiny pulses. So it's like a little release and a little pulse. Bring it down in 3, 2, 1. Relax it. Hug your knees in. Rock side to side. And then the next time they rock to the right, let them drop to the right. Knees to the right, gaze to the left. And arms can be extended if you have space, or if you'll goalpost them. If you want a little more, guide this arm down that outside your leg on your IT band for a little bit of a deeper stretch. You can even straighten out this top leg. Sometimes that feels good, a little bit different. And then swing it over to the other side. And just as you need to, knees drop to the left, gaze goes to the right. And then back up through center, give yourself one final squeeze. Everything in, and then everything extend. Take up space. Shavasana, don't skip this part. This is where our body gets to soak in all the benefits of what we just did. Let your mind be quiet just for another moment. You've arrived. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly with one inhale. Feel everything rise, and one exhale. Feel it all fall. Roll onto your favorite side just for a moment. Take one final pause. If it feels comfortable to you, keep your eyes closed and push yourself up to a comfortable seat. And we'll close out with one final inhale together. Once you're there, arms come down, around, all the way up over top. And then press those hands to heart center. Thumbs come up in between those eyebrows. And we all bow and say, Namaste. Thank you for joining me through that power yoga flow today. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what poses felt good in your body, were challenging in your body, and what type of workouts you'd like to see in the future. Go have a great week. I'll see you next time.